Hey, what's going on, everybody? I hope you guys are all having a fantastic day so far. Today we're going to be talking about a what-if scenario. What if Darth Bane never founded the rule of two? What if the Sith Brotherhood stood victorious and the Jedi were broken, their forces scattered, and the Republic left on the edge of collapse? The galaxy was ripe for the taking, and yet the Sith could not stop fighting each other. Darth Bane had seen it coming. He had studied the mistakes of the Sith before him. The Brotherhood of Darkness had been weak, his philosophy flawed, but in this timeline, he did not destroy them. He did not create the rule of two. Instead, he remained within their ranks, believing he could reshape them from within. It was his greatest mistake. The Battle of Ruusan had ended in fire and blood. Lord Khan's thought bomb had obliterated the Jedi and most of the Sith with them, leaving only a handful of survivors. Darth Bane stood among them, victorious but wary. Khan's death should have marked the beginning of a new Sith era, but it only fueled more conflict. The surviving Sith turned on each other, each believing they deserved to rule. Bane, the strongest of them all, sought to impose his will, but the others would not yield. Lord Kopez, a warrior of brutal strength, challenged Bane first. Their duel raged across the Battle of Ruusan, dark side lightning crackling between them. In the end, Bane crushed Kopez's throat and with the Force cast his body into the ashes of the battlefield. But even as he emerged victorious, more challengers rose. Githany, whom he had once trusted, poisoned his food in an attempt to weaken him before their inevitable duel. Kasim, his old lightsaber instructor, gathered a faction of assassins to strike him down. Each Sith saw themselves as the rightful ruler. The war continued. The Sith had no Jedi to fight, so they fought each other. Without the rule of two, the Sith did not fade into the shadows. They ruled openly across the stars, but their empire was of constant bloodshed. The Sith Council, formed by the most powerful survivors, was a fragile thing. Lords assassinated each other daily, alliances shifted like the desert sands, entire planets were burned under Sith wars, fought between warlords who claimed to be the Dark Lord of the Sith. The Republic, though broken, endured. The Jedi, though diminished, still lived. Led by the survivors of the Battle of Ruusan, they rebuilt in secret, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. In the chaos of the Sith infighting, that moment came sooner than expected. The Sith had rule, but their own weakness doomed them. The Empire was vast but unstable. Entire fleets answered to rival warlords. The Sith Lords were too focused on personal power to maintain order. And so, when the Jedi returned, the Sith were not prepared. Led by Jedi Grandmaster Valentiz, the Republic launched a massive counterattack. It was not a war of open battles, but it was a war of assassinations, sabotage, and infiltration. The Jedi did not come as an army, they came as the shadows. One by one, the great Sith Lords fell. Their apprentices betrayed them. Their armies turned against them. Even Bane, one of the last old masters, was finally struck down by an unexpected hand. Githany, now a Sith lady in her own right, who had sought to claim the throne for herself. But there was no throne left to claim. The Jedi did not stop with the Sith Lords. They hunted down every apprentice, every warlord, every Sith sympathizers, and entire bloodlines were wiped out. The Sith had sought to rule through power, but power without order had destroyed them. The last of the Sith died on Malachor, surrounded by the ruins of his failed empire. The Republic, now reborn, decreed the Sith as extinct. In the end, Darth Bane had been right. The Sith had doomed themselves. Had he enforced the rule of two, perhaps things would have been different. Perhaps a single Sith apprentice could have carried his legacy forward in secret, waiting for the day to strike down the Jedi in one final devastating blow. But Bane had not created the rule of two, and so, in this timeline, the Sith had never returned. The Jedi ruled the galaxy forever. Without the rule of two, the Sith burned themselves out in civil war, and the Jedi were able to wipe them out completely. It changes everything, including the rise of Palpatine, Vader, and the Empire.